Hey guys, I hope you guys are doing amazing wherever you are in the world. My name is Shikha and I welcome you to my channel and to all of my crazy videos. I hope that you guys enjoy them and hopefully more than that you learn from them specifically. In this video I wanted to speak to you guys about something that someone had asked in a group, in an INFJ group on Facebook, and I thought it was really interesting the question they asked. They're not someone that I know, it was just a random person. But I wanted to share the question and my own answer or thoughts on the question with you guys. The question was, are introverted people attracted to extroverts only? And it was really interesting because, as an INFJ, you guys, we know, or we have this thing, or at least for me specifically, it has been the case that inadvertently, without intention, I had been dating only extroverts throughout my life. I did not know that they were extroverts. I didn't realize that fact. I did know that they were different from me somehow, but I knew that they balanced me out somehow too. But afterwards, in hindsight, I kind of look back upon all my relationships and I realized that they're all either ENTPs or ENFPs. Those are the only two kinds of people that I date. It's so odd. I do have friends that are INTP, and my best friend, my sister, is an INTJ. So I do have introverted friends, but again, it's very rare that I have introverted friends. Most of my friends actually are ENTPs and ENFPs as well. And so it seems, from my case at least, that I am only mostly attracted to extroverts. Although I don't think that's the case for all of you guys, and I know you guys, a lot of you guys have messaged me saying you are dating an introvert. You are either an INFJ dating an INTJ, or an INTP, or even an ISTJ or INTJ. So you guys are dating a lot of different introverted kinds of people as well, and that's working out really well for you. The reason this question really irked me is because this person made an assumption that, just because one person does things one way, or just because we're told that INFJs and ENTPs go together like peanut butter and jelly, that we're only attracted to extroverts. Now, again, this might be the case for me, and it might just be the case in the past. I might change in the future because I might want to be around more introverted people. Things are always in flux, right? Things are always flowing and changing. But I do not like it when people put themselves in boxes like that. Because what happens is that if we start saying that, okay, introverts are only attracted to extroverts, it might be the case that, likes attracts like, or unlike attracts like, which means that, we're attracted to extroverted people because they're different from us. They're more out there and they're more social, and we're attracted to them because of that fact. We like the fact that perhaps if we date them, then they're going to take us out to all these different places and they're going to bring all these interesting experiences into our lives. For example, when I dated my ENTP, he did all these crazy things like axe throwing and indoor skydiving and all that stuff that I got to experience because I was with him. I was dating him, right? I would never have gone to these things if I was not dating him. So it was one of those things, I think it was like I was trying to experience being an extroverted person through his eyes vicariously by being with him, right? But again, as I said, if we stop labeling ourselves or starting putting ourselves in these boxes, saying that, okay, introverts are only attracted to extroverts, that means that, if you do meet an introverted person who's awesome and who's amazing and who jives really well with you, you're going to be like, well, but he's an introvert or she's an introvert. I don't know if I can date that. Because I've been told that I shouldn't be dating introverted people, or I always date extroverted people. It kind of puts us into these horrible little boxes, and that's the worst way to live, in my opinion. Patterns are great. Routine is great. Forming habits is awesome, but not in these kind of situations where it comes to dealing with other people or being in a relationship. I know one of my patterns, and I've done a video on this before, is the fact that when I like someone new, I start doing things that will make them hate me. So I'll start pushing them away, doing stupid things to push them away, right? That's one of my patterns, and it's not a good pattern to have, right? It's not one of those things that I should really be proud of, and I'm not. I'm not saying this to be proud of it, but this is one of those patterns that I've watched myself play out over and over again, and I know that now that I know that this pattern exists, because for the longest time I played it out unconsciously, right? Now that I know that this pattern exists, I can work around it, I can move against it, and I can try to beat it. And so that's the reason I want us to be careful of putting ourselves into these stupid little boxes. It really irks me when people are like, oh, this is the only way I do things, and this is the only way I'm going to do things until the end of time, and no one can tell me how to do things otherwise, right? I think the way this person also said it, our introverts only date extroverts or something like that, it was very hostile and very much dictatorial. And as you can imagine, as an INFJ, I really don't like it when people tell us what to do. I hate it, and I know most INFJs hate being told what to do. We do not need you to tell us what to do. We know what we're going to do anyways. And if you want to give us advice, do that, but don't be dictatorial about it, right? Don't tell me this is the way it is and you're going to do it this way, otherwise you're going to die or you're going to be fired or things like that. It really irks the hell out of me, right? I don't know if I'm making any sense in this video, but I really wanted to share this with you guys because I want you guys just to be careful. There's a lot of misinformation out there on the internet. It's a great place. I love the internet, as you guys know. I love the World Wide Web. I love Google, and I love all of the information that's out there about INFJs. But I really want you guys to be careful. As I've said, there's a lot of misdiagnosis, misinformation out there, and it only confuses us. That's one of the reasons why I've stopped kind of reading all these articles on INFJs, because there's a lot of information on there which I think, I don't think that makes any sense for me specifically. And so what I'm doing is I'm trying to create my own roster of information that's true for me specifically, and perhaps you jive with it as well. Like, it resonates with you as well. And if it does, awesome. If it doesn't, awesome as well, because every one of us is a different INFJ in our own way, right? We're not all going to be the same, and we're not all going to follow the same pattern mostly, right? There will be tweaks and things that we do differently, and that's all right. That's absolutely all right, right? So if someone does tell you this is the way you're going to do things, this is how you're going to be for the rest of your life, just be wary of that kind of person, and just be wary of that kind of idea. Not all introverts are only going to date extroverts, and not all introverts are only going to date introverts. Every person has their own way of doing things. Obviously, I have one way of doing things, and you will have a completely different way of doing things. Again, I hope this makes sense to you guys. I hope that I've been able to explain myself to you guys. If you guys have any questions at all, please message me anytime. All my contact information is in the description below, and I shall see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.